All right, hey guys, and welcome back. Let me talk to you about this film called Oxygen. Now, I believe this movie is not originally in English. I think it's German. I think it's German. I could be wrong, but I think it's German. But anyway, let me just make sure. She's French. Oh, okay. I think it's French. I'm not sure because I watched the dubbed version. All right, so I'm sorry about that. Regardless, let me tell you about this. This movie is pretty cool. It's a really cool movie. It's a sci-fi film. It's a very short sci-fi horror film. It meddles with your claustrophobia and kind of the unknowingness, the feeling of powerlessness, and those sorts of things. Feeling of being a hostage, being powerless, and finally coming to a realization that your entire life is a lie. So let me tell you that I really like mind-boggling films like this. I think the director had something really intelligent going on when he thought about this. All the script writers, and they definitely pulled off an amazing little film with just Melanie Laurent in a single little like chamber, like a pod like that. Everything else is just CGI. It's graphics everywhere. Of course, there are one or two scenes that looks like it's on Earth or whatever, but most of the other scenes are just like full-blown CGI, spaceship traveling in space, stuff like that. So the gist of this film is that she's actually a clone that is stuck in a pod that has memories of her past life and believes that she's actually someone who supposed to travel with her husband to a new planet to continue life. And unfortunately, her pod stopped working, so she woke up earlier, and she might die of old age in the pod. So what the pod actually does to reserve oxygen for the rest of the people on board, and also to reserve food, is it wants to euthanize her. So euthanize, is that the right word? It wants to give her euthanasia basically by killing her with some kind of toxin, and she has to remove these barbs that are connected to her body, which has actually been feeding her passively to try to keep herself alive, only to eventually realize that she's not even an actual person. She is actually a clone, and she's having memories of her real self. And she's a clone sent to go and live in this new planet. However, the kind of spaceship that she gets sent on actually gets wrecked by a meteorite and is on its way to obliteration or destruction. So we don't really know the cause of the ship. It's not really about that. It more so is about the memories and the difficulty and the pain felt by this person who's trapped in this chamber, and the kind of worries and concerns, and also the mental breakdown basically that you go through when you're under this claustrophobic scenario, and also the realization that you're actually your life is all like basically meaningless because you're a clone to begin with, and all your memories are not your own. So I think that entire twist was pretty cool. As for the movie itself, it's all about a single actor, and this one actually reminds me of about 127 Hours, which is a James Franco solo movie, which was an absolutely brilliant film. I absolutely love this film, and this one reminds me of that. Let me tell you, it's not as good as 127 Hours just because of the way James Franco pulls it off. Like that guy is just insanely good. Let me tell you that. If you haven't watched it, you guys totally should. 127 Hours, yeah, that's an awesome movie. But this one doesn't really fall too shy of the right points. The actress is pretty good, pretty believable. You can really feel her emotions. It just felt a little bit, I would say, like separated. Like we can't really relate to her because we can't imagine ourselves in that particular situation very well. Like we can all imagine ourselves in James Franco's situation, being stuck in a cavern after going for a jog. That's a totally doable thing. But being stuck in a spaceship, speaking with an AI in a claustrophobic situation and trying to realize that you're a clone. Now, this is completely sci-fi esque, completely out of this world, and because it's a little bit difficult to relate to, it makes it a little bit more, like you can't really say that. Oh, this is a movie that I can totally dig, or I really can imagine myself being in the situation. You can't. That's no way. But at the same time, it's really amazing sci-fi, really cool sci-fi horror, and I really liked it. So for me, let me pull out the rating for this film. There we go. It is a 6 out of 10 film. Oxygen is a really good movie, and if you guys have not watched it, I suggest you do. It's not a movie that's gonna be remembered for many years, or maybe not even a movie that people are going to be talking about for a long time. But if you guys have watched it, you will know that this movie is actually one of those possible solo survivor films, um, that is actually really well done. It's really well done. It's a single actor is stuck in a situation, and it's all about their acting and also the concept and the understanding of the scenario that you're in, right? But once you know the situation that you're facing, and you come to that realization, it's really pretty scary, to be honest. It's a really cool horror sci-fi thing. So if you ask me 127 hours, I'll probably rate that a 7 out of 10, and I think that this one is just 1 point just shy of it, because I mean, James Franco, man. But this one definitely gets points because this is a sci-fi film, which means that like James Franco's movie is actually based on a true story. 127 Hours is actually based on a true story of a survivor. But this one, Oxygen, is definitely an original script. We got no clone stuck in a space shuttle, unless Elon Musk has already sent someone. But we got no one stuck in a space shuttle that's actually traveling to another planet, realizing that they're a clone. So this is really good. I really like it. I'm sure there are other similar sci-fi films, and some concepts of claustrophobia, being a clone and these sorts of things. But the combination of it, and the position that they put this actor, I really liked it, and I think that you guys should definitely watch this. It may be even a good Halloween watch. It is a little bit slow. It is very emotional, and very sci-fi-esque. But for those of you sci-fi fans, you'll definitely enjoy this, and I think it's really well designed, really well written, and yeah, this is a really good film. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.